Good Kid, M.A.A.d is definitely one of my favorite albums of all time. I've definitely been a fan ever since, like listening to Section 80. My favorite song from Section 80 was Blow My High. The line that stuck with me the most when I was listening to that song was when he said, "Look at my life and look at yours, get some ambition while you're bored." I didn't really start to understand what he was talking about until I got, to the age that he was when he made that song. He was like 23, 24. Good kid, mad city. Only real ones with me. Pockets empty, I'm getting rich or die trying like I'm 50. Something I used to always hear growing up was, you gotta watch the people that you surround yourself with. A lot of people on this project who I know are gonna be doing great things, and I just want us all to, eat and prosper and shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. My confidence is back, so I had to snap like your mama's back if you stepped on a crack. Now that's a throwback and a warm-up. I started rapping in college, and my confidence was at an all-time high when I started. I don't know if this is like a universal thing, but like growing up, you would always hear, step on a crack, break your mama's back, step on a line, break your daddy's spine, some shit like that. Like, I love flexing my lyrical muscles when it comes to stuff like that, just like make you think or make you remember stuff like that. It's like, that's definitely a throwback. And, saying it's a warm-up is like, it's just me warming up, you know what I'm saying? Because this first Color show, This ain't even the best one, so this is just a warm-up, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get a buzz, trying to get my swarm up. Every time I step to a microphone, the instrumental gets torn up. Like when I was in college, like it used to be a time where if I was doing all my homework, I would just, roll over in bed, get to working on music, you know what I'm saying? Like whether it's working on somebody else's track or working on me and Duke's music or just working on myself. It was always just me getting better, like taking rap challenges. I was always performing like every week. I eat beats for breakfast in the morning. Fuck a 9 to 5, I'd rather tour the country. Always hungry, always got the munchies. There was a time when I would actually just stay up all night or just wake up in the morning and just start writing lyrics. No disrespect to anybody that's working a 9 to 5, but it's just not the life for me. I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I've been given. It's just, I've worked in pretty much every industry and it's just not the life for me. So I'm really just trying to make a path for myself. Beat bouncing like a bungee cord. Got some ambition, I was bored from being lazy cause it never paid me. Going back to that, got some ambition, I was bored line in Section 80. Growing up, I would always hear like, oh, you lazy or whatever. It got me to a point to where like I needed to get off my ass and actually work for what I wanted. So many want to be Jay-Z level but settle early on. King or queen, don't be a pawn. Ready for war, my sword is drawn, and my fear is gone. A lot of people want to be, where Jay-Z's at, but they scared. You can't move like a pawn if you're trying to be a king. I think of my tongue as a sword, you know what I'm saying? It cuts deep. I could do this all day. This shit is a breeze. I'm still at it, M.A.A.d with a bachelor's degree. So in 2017, I actually graduated from Savannah State University. You would think I was a hurricane the way I blow trees. That's another callback to Savannah State University. We actually had a lot of hurricanes. Had to evacuate campus and go back to Atlanta a couple times. Also, I smoke a little something. Ain't nothing bad, but you know. Your kids don't know, but you know. Blessed and highly favored, hallelujah. Pick your poison, what you gonna do? So blessed and highly favored is basically just like a spin on blessed and highly favored. I grew up in the Baptist church, and they would always used to say blessed and highly favored. It kind of sounded redundant to me. So, but going back to me smoking a little something, you know what I'm saying? I'm blessed, but I'm also highly favored. You just gotta be able to pick your poison and, understand that moderation is key. Shit, everybody's gonna have opinions. Money makes the world go round, and that's forever. Everybody gonna talk their shit, whether you're doing good or bad. Your family will sometimes give it to you the hardest, but, at the end of the day, you can't do everything for your family. Blood is thick in the water, but don't get, stuck in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, if you gotta be somewhat selfish to, set them up for the better in the long run, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? They might not understand it. Not everybody is the same, like, regardless of if you came up the same way or in the same environment as everybody else. I've been hustling all day, trying to get paid in better ways. If you're hating, get out the way, or you can really catch the fade. And that's just how I feel. I'm not literally talking about I'd fight anybody for not understanding like what I'm going for, but I don't mind loving people from a distance. I pretty much worked like in every industry that you can think of, you know what I mean? So it doesn't make much sense to me for people to stay in a job that they don't really like. Try to figure out a way beyond that to do something that's fulfilling. I've been hustling all day, so that's just how I feel. Yeah, these dreams will turn into millions, then we're all rich. That's just how I feel. At one point I had 5 jobs at one time, and just trying to move out of my dad's house. that junk was exhausting, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I had this dream to make music, and I still wasn't able to do that because I didn't have the space. Definitely got to get the bag at the end of the day. So I'm chasing these money trees. Yeah, these dollars always make the lame switch. That's just how I feel. Yeah, these dreams will turn into millions, then we're all rich. That's just how I feel. One thing I've noticed growing up, once people think that you have a certain amount of money or are making a certain amount of money just because you've done certain things like graduating college and getting a good job or whatever, they start coming at you different. It's a little frustrating, but at the end of the day, like, even though it's not where I want to be, I still have this dream to make music. And to be successful, you have to move a certain way. You have to like think a certain way and do certain things. And it might seem selfish to some people, but like it's a sacrifice that you got to be able to make. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be able to make your own path and do things that other people might be too afraid to do. This has been a smart ass lyric breakdown with NoStress. Trust the process is coming soon. This is crazy, like being a fan of an artist before like everyone knows them, and then like they still at the top of the game, you know what I'm saying, like 10 plus years later. Honestly, like I didn't even mean to do this. These verses are just verses that didn't make the project. So for all of these color shows, like this is just verses that just never made the project.